What's up, guys? It's your boy Fairytale X here, right here with another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle, and I think I just moved the camera when I pressed record. This battle, I forgot her name. It's a pretty good battle. A lot of predictions everywhere. I'm getting better at this. And this is another clan. This is a clan. They was trying to invite me to go play with them. I'm not sure. I don't want to play with them because I like Advanced League. I put both their links in the description below. You're gonna probably hear some music in the background because I like this beat that they have right now. This beat that I found is like Team Rocket beat. So I lead off with my bravery, my shiny bravery. It's blue. I don't really like the red one, and I guess I fucked up the camera again. I'm so sorry for this. And she leads off with her Hypno-Top. And what do you call it? She goes for the fake out. That does a lot. Adamant, Hypno-Top, fucking beast. Oh my god. And I didn't think she was gonna stay in and go for the Mach Punch, but it doesn't kill. And I go for the U-turn, and I'm just like, I'm gonna get out of here because bravery is gonna probably be used for later. That doesn't do anything. He resists the U-turn, but it doesn't matter. So I switch out and I go to my Cresselia because I'm like, unless this thing carries Sucker Punch, usually they do carry Sucker Punch, but I don't know. I think I could take that. So she goes out to her Blastoise and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna calm mine. I'm gonna set up my mind, you know, blah 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 Blastoise. That guy, you already know who he is. He's some famous YouTube guy. So I get my one calm mind up and I go for a Psychic, and it does barely. So she goes for the yawn on the Blastoise, and I'm like, oh. I was like, oh, yawn, psst. You don't know nothing about my crest. You haven't been watching my videos, have you? So she goes out to her Dragonite, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna set up another Calm Mind just so I can get rid of this Blastoise. That's what I was thinking at first. But she goes out and I ask her, oh, is this multi-scale? Because that's all I've ever seen. Multi-scale Dragonite, multi-scale Dragonite, multi-scale Dragonite. Ugh. So she goes for a Dragon Dance, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. I don't really mind. So I go for the Ice Beam because I'm like, I'd rather just break your multi-scale, and I'm like at +2, so it doesn't matter. And it does a lot for a multi-scale. So I was just like, wow, okay, that's fine. So she does the Outrage, and I'm like, Crest, you're defensive, we can do this. And she takes it like a champ. Like the champ she is. Yeah, Crest. Crest, this is why I like you. This is why I like you. You're such a beast. So she goes out to her Archeochops. I believe these things carry Crunch. I was really sure. So I switch out to my Ferrothorn because I know these Archeochops can't do anything to me. So she goes for the U-turn. And I'm just like, oh, U-turn on Archeochops? Archeochops? Alright, that's... okay. And she switches out to her Ferrothorn. I believe she predicted my Leech Seed. Was it? But I get recovery from my leftovers. So I switch out my Ferrothorn to my Crest because I know she can't do anything with my Crest, and Ferrothorn versus Ferrothorn battle is just stupid. She does the Bulldoze, which caught me by surprise. I was just like, what? And it's a pretty good move on Ferrothorn, but no, I'd rather not do that. So I'm thinking about a new Ferrothorn set. It's going to be an offensive set. It's going to have Curse. No, it's going to be a special defensive wall with Curse. And yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Well, she goes out for the Leech Seed. I switch out back to my Crest. So I switch out my Crest because I see the Leech Seed in there. And I'm just like, go Heracross. And right here, she goes straight for the Gyro Ball. I guess just to attack my Crest, I'm guessing. I'm not really sure. But it doesn't matter. So my Heracross doesn't take that like the champ he is supposed to be. So Heracross has Choice Scarf. It's a Guts Heracross. It's supposed to be like, oh, I predict you going for the Will-O-Wisp. I'm gonna switch out to my Heracross, as it's already faster because it has a Choice Scarf. So I just go for the close combat, expecting this to be the no guard Machamp, but I was wrong. It carries the Bullet Punch. Instead of Bullet Punch, it should carry Mach Punch. I'm not sure, but that's what she has. So I go out to my Chandelure. I'm expecting her to think, oh, I have the Psychic, and she's gonna switch, so I go straight for the Flamethrower. But the thing about it is, she doesn't. So Machamp just dies from the Flamethrower. And like, she sends out her Archeochops. I see either the Crunch or the Rock Slide coming. So I'm like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. So I send out my Ferrothorn. My Ferrothorn's like, yep, you ain't gonna do nothing. But she does do the Crunch. So I was predicting right. I did predict right there. I was kind of happy. I'm getting better. I'm getting very better at Pokemon now. But she goes for the Crunch. I recover from my lefties. Crunch does nothing. So she switches out her Archeochops and she goes back into her Ferrothorn. And I'm just like, oh my god, I have to get rid of this Ferrothorn. And I go out with my Spikes and she's just like, yep, Ferrothorn versus Ferrothorn. Mine is offensive, yours is defensive. So like, we're gonna do this all day. So I'm like, alright, let me switch out my Ferrothorn, go Bravery. Because Bravery can die and it's gonna be pretty much Death Fodder, Folder, whatever you call it. And I'm just gonna send out my Chandelure. Because Bravery is kinda useless to me right now. So I go out to my Chandelure. I'm expecting her to predict the Flamethrower, but she stays in because she's guessing I was over predicting, and I wasn't gonna over predict. I really wanted to get rid of that Ferrothorn really badly. So I didn't over predict, and she was guessing I was over predicting. But she said it was a special defensive wall, so it would have took the hit well. And I was just no. I'm modest. Choice Scarf, you know, none of that. So I'm scared of the Hydro Pump from this Blastoise when she brings in, and I'm just like, oh, Hydro Pump. I know Blastoise tend to be special defensive walls and everything, and I'm just like, okay, Blastoise, you're a pretty big danger, and it's like tag between you and mine. And I get scared. I see the Rapid Spin, so I'm like, okay. Now I can start predicting and stuff because like if she goes for the Rapid Spin, I can just switch in my Chandelure, you know? Anytime I feel like it. So I'm just like, nah. We're gonna go with the safe move and we're gonna go to the Ferrothorn. He goes for another Rapid Spin. I don't know what she was predicting, but I was going for the safe move, go for the Ferrothorn because, you know, it's not that, it's pretty safe. If I would have went to Chandelure, it would have been better, but I wasn't predicting. I just wanted to go for the safe move. Please tell me it's not. Oh my god. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry I moved it during the battle. I'm such a dumbass. I just want to get everything on the camera. That's the thing. I'm sorry. It's probably... I'm so mad at myself. So I go for another layer of Spikes because I'm like, I want you to Rapid Spin so I can predict the Rapid Spin. But she goes for the Hydro Pump and I'm like, oh, I take that like a champ because I resist. And I go for the Leech Seed. So I'm just trying to bait her to go into the Rapid Spin. But I'm kind of scared because once I set up the Spikes, I thought she was going to go for the Rapid Spin right away. But I don't know. I don't know what she was thinking. Well, it was a good, fun battle. I'm probably put their thingy down in the description below. And I'm also gonna put the Advanced League. This is where we help people to play, learn how to play, help them, and it's pretty fun community. I play there. I play there a lot. So I set up the Spikes right here, and she sends out her Hypnotop, and I'm just like, okay, fine. What is Hypnotop gonna do to me? I got a Natore, nigga. I said Natore. Look at that. Listening to other people. And I got a Ferrothorn, to tell you the truth. And Ferrothorn's protecting itself because I don't just want to scout out what he's gonna do. Because you never know. Never know. So I switch out, and I'm like, okay, go out Crest, because Crest is like the best answer. Or I could always go out to my Chandelure, but what's the point of going out to my Chandelure? So, right here, she goes for the Mach Punch, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. Crest is still sleeping. She goes for the Bullet Punch because I'm guess it does more damage. Yeah, because I resist the fighting. So she goes for the Bullet Punch, and I'm just like, okay, that's fine. You're gonna Bullet Punch, Bullet Punch. I'm not gonna die, and I'm just gonna stall you out right now. You know what I mean? A good stall battle. Oh, shoot. And, like, it's a very good stall battle. And I'm just like, oh, Crest wakes up. I go for the Calm Mind. I wasn't expecting Crest to wake up, but, nah, it doesn't matter. Crest is just calm minding up, and it's just like, she goes for another Bullet Punch, because she already knows, she already told me during when we was on the chat, that, oh, good game, what do you call it, I kinda won, but it didn't really matter, because I went to sleep right here. So, why did I pause? Okay, so, I pause, I go back to sleep. She goes for another Bullet Punch, which she's gonna die from her own life orb damage. Ow. And I'm still sleeping because this is a Crest Resto Chesto set, you know? Calm Mind, Physical Defensive, Max HP. So she goes out to her Blastoise, and I'm just like, should I predict the Rapid Spin? And I'm too scared because I'm like, she's gonna go for the Hydro Pump over predicting. And I don't. And it was just like, I'm so stupid. And then I switch out my Crest, and I go to my Ferrothorn, because Ferrothorns are very annoying, and everyone hates Ferrothorns. But I don't like Ferrothorns when they're used against me, unless I have something for it. But other than that, yeah. So, she gets her little leftovers recovery, and I'm just like, Ferrothorn's gonna put in that work. I should've just, kept on calm minding. So she yawns, my Natore, and I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna go for the Leech Seed, just because I don't wanna over-predict for some reason. I'm just going for the safe moves right now. Like, if I was playing in Ubers, this is what I would do. But, like, I'm not playing in Ubers. So it's just, I'm just going for the safe moves because I know Blastoise can't hit me with anything. So she switches out her Blastoise and she goes out to her Archeochops. I guess she was predicting me to switch here or something, but I didn't really care because I'm like, Power Whip right here, right now. Bam. Power Whip, bitch. She survives. And she goes for the Aerial Ace. I don't know why, but it gets hurt by Iron Barbs, and I'm just like, Notori's sleeping like a baby. Look at him rocking in the air. What is Notori hanging on to? Oh, Notori. And then she forfeits the match because she knows I won and she doesn't want to go. But it was a good game. I wish I had her YouTube, but I'm okay. So you guys should subscribe to Advanced League. These guys are awesome. They help people who want to learn how to, why am I talking like that? How to battle. And it pretty much they help you breed Pokemon, they help you anything. I was helping some kid the other day, Mech Phoenix his name is. He goes on the chat too, on the Advanced League. Join the forums. I'll just probably give you guys a link to their forums and a link to the other guys. Pwn Stars, I think, is the other clan. But I'm gonna stick with the Advanced League for now because, like, I like helping people for some reason. Good game. Random girl. I gotta do a 5-stud special. I'll probably do that tomorrow. Good game. Peace out. Fairy Tail up. You already know. It's your boy Fairy Tail X here. Pokemon up. You already know. Let's do this.